Yeah, that'd probably help if I started the recording. Jesus Christ. Um, but yeah, let me tell you, man. I tell you, fucking tweakers, worst fucking people.
Yep. In the
Jesus,
comments, tell us about your worst experience with a tweaker.
right? Shit. I got a story that'll fucking curl your toes, or not your toes in a good way, but curl your fucking toes backwards.
Make my toes cringe.
Yeah.
All right, lay it on me.
All right. So there, when I used to work at the gas station, there was this girl that would come in. She'd always buy a pack of smokes. This girl, I tell you, beautiful as hell. And I mean, when I say that she could have been a model, she could have been a model. And holy shit, she was nice, all that fun shit. Well, there was a point in time where she just kind of like disappeared. She stopped coming in. So, thought nothing of it. Ended up just, going about my fucking day. But she came back, I think it was like almost a year later. And holy fuck, I didn't, because I used to always ask her for her ID. She was like 22. So yeah, I knew she was of age to buy smokes, but of course you still have to card them. And
Right.
oh my god, when she came in after that fucking damn near year, I didn't recognize her. And I of course didn't card her because she looked over 30. And yeah, she was like, "Aren't you gonna card me? You always used to card me." Like, I don't know who you are. She goes, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." She shows me her ID. I recognize her immediately off the bat. I was like, "What happened?" I was like, You look like you've aged like 10 fucking years." She goes, "Oh,
What
well."
happened says that's what you want to say to someone who's probably now mentally unstable and you haven't seen in a year.
No, fucking, yeah.
Tell me I'm pretty.
No, this chick fucking, I guess she got hooked up with the wrong people and just started doing meth.
Oh
And
man.
oh yeah, it was bad, dude. It was bad. Like, this girl had like fucking dig marks that were all old and healed up, and then fresh ones, and it's just like, Jesus Christ. She
Yeah.
goes, "Well, the party doesn't end." It's like, oh God, needs to. Jeez.
Yeah.
Like,
I try not to judge. I come from a family that a few people in my family have struggled with drug addiction.
oh, I'll
So I try
judge
not
the
to
fuck out of people, especially if they we all know the shit's bad. We all know it's wrong. I got family
let me
that struggle
rephrase.
too.
I try to be sympathetic to people who are fighting addiction, but clearly that girl is not fighting addiction. She's giving into it. But like, I don't understand how people can be given the pitch for like meth and heroin, where it's like, yeah, this drug will 100% without a doubt destroy your life, bankrupt you, ruin every decent relationship you have, and you'll probably die early. And they're still like, sign me up.
I
Like, I will
think.
never. I don't understand it.
Have you ever seen Breaking Bad?
Actually, no.
Okay, so in there, and I think this is how it goes. I think because Jesse Pinkman, the one of the stars of the show,
Hmm.
he tries to buy gas and a pack of smokes off of this clerk, and he doesn't have cash or a card, but he offers her some meth, and she goes, and of course she's got that trepidation where it's just like, "Oh, I've heard stuff about that." He goes, "Oh, it's just bullshit, it's not true. It's not like what they say on the TV. It's it's the best high you'll ever get, blah blah." And no downsides. Of course, with anything you can go overboard. He doesn't say that, but it's just like he's selling this shit, and he's making it sound like it's the greatest fucking thing ever. And she ends up giving in. Then of course later on you find out that she tried it but didn't like the feeling that it gave her, and she just gave it to a buddy of hers. And I think that's what it is. I think it's the pitch. The person goes, "Okay, I'll try it once." And then
Mm.
that one time is, the make or break kind of deal.
Get snails in you.
Yeah, because I mean they got shit that's super fucking addicting now. Like you do it one fucking time, and it's just like you gotta keep chasing that. Because like with crack, from what I've heard, you smoke crack, you get a good high, and then you'll never get that same fucking high again. But you're always chasing it.
Yeah,
Um,
because with a lot of those drugs, isn't it like basically even from the first time you do it, you're like completely frying your dopamine receptors or whatever?
some shit, just like if you have sex on fucking ecstasy, you'll never have good sex ever again unless you're on ecstasy. So
It's just
it's
something like fucked up your body to where like scientifically you literally can't get the same high again.
exactly, but it just it blew my mind that such a good looking woman will get wrapped up in that shit, and it's just like damn, you know, blew my fucking mind. But hey,
Yeah,
party
that is
never ends.
unfortunate.
Party never ends.
Uh,
Speaking of parties, welcome back. Hopefully that somber fucking story doesn't bring you too down because
yeah,
we're like
welcome to
the
the Master Cast,
we're
where
we're like
we
the
come for
crystal meth.
all of your crystal meth conversations.
You ever find yourself in need of having to pull your teeth out because they just keep buzzing, man? Oh shit.
You ever take berserkers when you inject 2 hits of psycho to the back of your nutsack?
Oh, you like that?
Yeah.
Oh fuck. I had to think of something that his ass would say that would make fucking sense. Because Jesus Christ. I don't know if you've noticed, but the party, man, has definitely switched gears.
Oh yeah.
The new
Well,
episode isn't out yet, but um yeah, it's a party of nothing but aggression apparently.
oh yeah. That last session we had, like you said, it's not up on the channel yet, but oh man, we have a penchant for violence. I think that's due in no small part to I think that's partially me and Kieran's fault more than anything.
I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking Hummy right there, man. That motherfucker the ringleader of the penchant for violence, because that man's need for a plan just whew, holy shit.
Yeah.
That definitely caught me off guard.
Yeah, we can save the more in-depth conversation about that for the next podcast because I don't want to give
Yes.
anything away. But uh, if you like high intensity combat with you know big like kill cam moments or whatever, you're gonna like the newest episode.
Yeah, that shit yeah, that shit had me tense. I was like, fuck, because there was a very tense moment, and it just like it definitely went the way I didn't think it'd go, but it is what it is, and you'll just have to wait with me blue balling you until that episode drops.
Yep. Um,
So we
but
got a comment on our newest as the time of recording, which is a Saturday at 10:43 a.m. We got a new comment that didn't come across my phone notifications, which pisses me off. But you had mentioned. Let me see if I could bring that up.
I got it right here. I can read it if you want to.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So this is a comment by Kitty HP1. It says, "Man, the post-nut session power-up was most amusing. Bush and Axel shaking hands kind of reminded me of the brotherly forearm brace that Bush and Runt had. Nice touch. Axel sounds interesting. I kind of wonder if he'll try Berserker at some point just for the high." Thank you very much, Kitty HP1, for that comment. Um, I don't know. I don't think that. I mean, Axel definitely is addicted to Psycho. I feel like I made that much pretty evident with his first appearance. But like I said in the episode, I think that region of his body is probably one of the only parts left that he cares about.
Oh, I
So
mean,
I
he
don't
was
think.
also based off of a fuckboat.
He's probably one of the only like really good looking raiders you're gonna find in the Commonwealth. So he's got to hold on to that for as long as he can.
Oh no, you've seen oh, you said in the Commonwealth. Never mind. I was gonna say, have you
Yeah,
seen that fucking first season of Fallout? Holy shit, that
yeah.
raider was a good looking dude. No homo.
And Walter Goggins is a good looking guy. I mean,
Okay, Walter Goggins is a fantastic actor, and the fact that he's because I when I first heard that he had been cast, I thought dude was gonna be, finally getting his break where he was the main, the star of the show. And
mhm.
oh, dude, I tell you, I was so fucking excited. But then I heard, he was going to be a co star, and I was like, oh, of course. I'm sorry, but you might as well bill that man as the fucking star of the show because holy shit, he steals every fucking scene he's in. And yeah,
Yeah,
he's a decent looking dude, unconventionally decent looking, we'll say. Um, but I tell you what, the I forget her fucking name, and I tried to commit it to memory. The one that plays Lucy,
I feel so bad I
Purnell,
forgot her name.
Ella
I'm
Purnell,
gonna
I
look
think
at
her name is.
Ella Purnell.
I
Oh, is
think
that it?
so. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic.
Oh, she
Absolutely.
killed it.
Oh fuck yeah! And I was
She
I was like, oh great. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard that she was gonna be the vault dweller, I was like, oh great, she's gonna come out knowing how to kick ass and all this, and oh great, another checklist character. Nope, nope. I was very happily surprised with her character progression. And
Mm,
Maximus, his uh his character progression, very strange because
yeah.
it's like at first they didn't know what to do with him because like, oh, he's this, he's kind of a tough guy, but then he's just goofy. And then at the end it's like, okay, not to ruin it if anybody hasn't seen it, but yeah, at the end it was like, okay, all right, now I can see what's going on. So I think in season 2 we're going to see more. I would hope we would see more character progression as far as his character is concerned. But yeah, it'll
Yeah.
definitely be
I feel
interesting.
like all three of those characters, all three of the actors, I should say, did a phenomenal job. I wasn't sure about Maximus's character at first, but he really grew on me in like the first half of the season.
Well, he's a mix between
And
Denzel Washington and Cuba Gooding Jr., and now you'll never be able to unsee it.
he does look a lot like Cuba Gooding Jr. Holy crap.
He looks a lot like Denzel
Uh,
Washington too, which is even funnier. He looks
yeah, he
like a
does look
mix
like
between the two.
Denzel. He looks like Denzel in Training Day. Did you ever see Training Day?
Yes, I did.
Great movie.
I didn't know you got wet, dog. What? That's sure. Pixie dust. No, angel dust. Sorry. He's just, what? That was a good movie.
Yeah, dude, the part where he has that gangbanger like up against the wall and he's like putting his gun barrels together like they're fucking docking. I died.
Oh, Jesus.
Denzel just kills everything he's in. I think that you know what, now that you mention it, I think that actor that plays Maximus definitely drew inspiration from Denzel.
Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. But I mean, it'll definitely be interesting to see his character progression. But I forgot how we got started on this. I'm not gonna lie.
We were talking about the show.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh no, we were talking about
Um
her comment, the
oh yeah.
KDHP
I
one.
can't even fucking remember anymore. Good lord.
Jesus. But yeah, that was a my brain is fried. It's a Saturday. Cut me some slack. But
Y'all
yeah,
can't get
no.
on me either because I'm recovering from bovid.
And motherfucker got the Rona. He's like,
Yep.
I got the fucking Korean black drip. Oh,
Korean black trip.
yeah.
The Shanghai sneeze.
Oh shit. What was it? The Kung Fu flu. I remember that one. That one was
Yeah.
funnier than hell. I was dying when I read that. I was like the Kung Fu Flu. Oh shit. But yeah, I think if Axel ever did try to do Berserk just for the high, I think it would be one of those like, this is just my personal opinion. I think it'd be like Death's Door kind of deal.
It would have to be where like he's in the middle of a fight, he gets hit with withdrawals, and like if he doesn't go on psycho right now, he's gonna die. And then he'd probably just be like, "Fuck it," and then just jam one in the back of his nutsack.
It has to be
Who knows?
two. It has to be two of them. Yeah, it
Um,
has to be two hits of Psycho in the back of the sack. Graft will help you, I'm sure.
oh no. But see, then he might shoot himself in the head once his dick and balls fall off.
True, true. But I mean, that's why I say like it'd probably be one of those death's door kind of deal. Because I mean, you're on death's door, and it's just like you heard about this really good high, and you know you're already on your way out. The fuck you care? All right, let me just
Yeah,
lift my sack.
it'd be like Logan on the super serum.
Yeah, just let me just lift my sack and spread it wide so you get the vein. Don't hit one of the marbles.
I got to start soundproofing my room so that I can continue to uh, scream like a fucking madman every time Axel injects himself with psycho.
Oh yeah, definitely don't want the neighbors or the family to hear you freaking the fuck out. What are you in there doing? Are you winning,
after
son?
after every session that we do, after we finish recording and hang up the call, I go over to my answer room and I'm like, I wasn't being too loud, am I? And thankfully, so far, I haven't gotten any complaints. But I haven't bothered to ask my neighbors either, so I don't know. They
Well,
might
I
be too
mean,
polite to say anything.
they just give you that look, that side eye look of like I know I think I know what you're doing, but I definitely hear what you're doing.
No, I mean, thankfully, my neighbors are cool. I had a long conversation a couple weeks ago with my next door neighbor about my truck because he's a car guy.
Oh
So that was cool.
yeah, you're what was it, the Bronco, the 1990 Bronco? It's white.
1980, yeah, yeah, sure. The OJ Bronco. Let's pretend that that's exactly what it is, so that I don't accidentally dox myself with the exact year and color.
Yeah, definitely don't want to do that.
It's a
I know who
1990
the
white
fuck
Bronco,
this
and there's a pair
is.
of black gloves inside, and the head of a dead woman.
No, no, it's the head of your dead wife. And or no, is it the head of your dead wife, or is it the head of your dead wife's secret lover that ends up turning out to be gay?
I don't know. I wasn't alive during the trial, so.
Oh, I was. Uh, but
Oh yeah, you're fucking old, right?
yeah, I'm old. Fucking yeah, I remember the chase. I remember the trial. Oh man, that was wild. But yeah, no,
Yeah, you were probably like what, like 8 or 9 when that happened?
yeah, I think so. Let's see,
Wow.
1990. No, well, no.
And that's when I knew I never wanted to be a football player.
Well, no. When did it happen? Let's find out. When did
It was
the?
91, I think, right?
So I would have been a couple years old. When did the O.J. Simpson? 1995. Okay.
We were
Yeah,
way off. Holy crap.
yeah. I was I was I was sentient at this point.
I like how you had to Google the date of a.
Well, I mean,
I like,
I know I was alive. I just didn't know how old I was, and then it started making
mhm.
me think like, okay, well, am I remembering shit from, you know, other stuff? You'll remember it like, okay, no, I was sentient. I
Am I remembering when my classmates stabbed my teacher over a box of crayons?
self-aware. Wait, your teacher stabbed a student over a box of crayons? What kind of fucking
No, I
school
was
did you
saying
go to?
no, I was talking about you because you said, "Am I getting shit confused with other stuff?"
Right? Teachers stabbing fucking students. Those are my crayons.
I did like my school may as well have been in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it kind of was. It was like right on back roads. The playground where the fence ended was right where a creek was with like an old like dead oak that we
Damn.
would like, and the fence was all like slammed down because the oak was growing over it. So we would just climb over it every day at recess and just go play in the creek.
Damn, that Southern came out hella hard. That crick.
Yeah, sorry.
Going over there playing in that crick.
And
Yeah.
then we'd come outside and the teacher would say, "Go back outside and break me off a switch, boy."
All right. Put your hands on that there table and give me that yardstick. I'm gonna teach you a
My
lesson.
grandma, well, I mean, I'm no stranger to having a switch, swung. I mean, my grandma is
Mm,
from Oklahoma. She was born in 1934. So, she was brought up that way. She brought us up that way for sure.
yep. Yep. The most terrifying thing you could ever hear as a child is go grab that switch.
Yeah. She was the only person I ever truly feared.
Well, I mean, shit. You get told grab a switch, and they can't take it easy on you. They can't give
No,
you a light little swat. No, they gotta go full fucking torso twist.
Mhm.
And it's just like,
they got
whoo,
make it so that they make it so that you got to eat dinner on your stomach,
right?
laying on your stomach.
Fucking, you ain't sitting down for a week. Holy shit, we're over
Uh-uh.
here talking about fucking, somebody's gonna be like, wow, you guys were physically abused. Like, that's
No, it's it
that's not
gave
something
me
you should
it
be
gave me
looking back
respect. It
on.
taught me
Look
no,
back
and
on
like
fondly.
yeah, I know. Maybe that's just Stockholm syndrome though. Who knows?
It would explain why I like leather and whips now. I'm just saying.
um what was I saying?
We
Well
were
no, like
talking about Kitty HP1's comment, but we keep getting distracted. Sorry about
no,
that. Thank you
I,
for the comment
so
though.
sorry. Yeah, we do appreciate it. I know we're still a pretty small channel, but guys, if you're ever worried about leaving a comment about, oh, what are they going to think about it? I promise there's nothing that you guys can say that we're going to be offended by. We're just happy that you guys are watching the content and enjoying it, and we hope that you feel compelled to leave a comment with any questions or opinions you have, because you guys giving us feedback gives us opportunities to make it more fun for you. I mean, the main thing that Boz does as a DM is make sure that we're having fun, but we're putting this on YouTube for all you guys to see. So we want to make sure you're having fun too. If there's ways that we can narrate our storylines, or you know or just how things are set up or whatever, or if you just want to give us your feedback on, like, how you like certain characters, like that one comment about Kieran thirsting over Kieran, and just feel free to leave comments. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we do, and it definitely is enjoyable. What's really enjoyable is when it actually comes across my notifications and I can actually see it. So it makes me wonder what other comments are floating out there that I may not have responded to. Now, I will say there are some comments that I will not respond to, especially if it's just, like, hate comments don't bug me, but when it's just negative shit, like nothing constructive, just negative shit. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't got time to respond to that because it's just like, all right, I'm not gonna pay you no mind. Like
Mhm.
that shit, like I was telling you yesterday, like Postel, I noticed he hasn't commented in a while. And yeah, I mean some of those dudes' comments are fucking rough. It's like, holy shit. You because when we first started, holy fuck. Our quality was non-existent. I mean, it was just like, all right, we're first starting out. We don't have the financial means at this point to upgrade our stuff. So it was really just cheap stuff or workarounds. But holy fuck, man, if you were ever self-conscious about something, this cocksucker would pull it up and it was like he honed in on it. And like, oh man, I hate how I sound kind of nasally. And this mother, you know, you're thinking this in your head. You're not telling a soul. This motherfucker comes
Right.
out of nowhere. Yeah, you sound real nasally. You sound like a bitch. Like, whoa.
Just cutting at your deepest insecurities.
Right? Like, holy shit. Like, the audio. We even made a religion off this guy in some of our videos, which is even fucking funnier because we were kind of, what was it? It was in the ARC videos where we did a Postelianism, and fucking Richie, man, killed it. He was like, there is nobody funnier than me.
I don't
And
think there's anything to get under Richie's skin. That guy is unflappable.
the incorrect. What gets under his skin is sacrilege. Found that out because we ran a Christmas one shot where Jesus was attached to an iron cross, I think it was, and he was having his energy sucked out. And Aurelius had to.
Fair, I don't think I'd be the biggest fan of that.
Aurelius had to voice both Jesus and Santa Claus. Richie, this was, I think, at like fucking midnight his time. Richie's like, yeah, I gotta go help my buddy move some furniture. I gotta go. And he dipped. So yeah, there is one thing that will shake that man. And I mean, I get it. We all got that one thing, I suppose. But yeah, that shit was because I remember him saying, me and Aurelius both, we were talking it over, and he was like, do you think, that'd be a fine to do? I was like, yeah, I don't see any issue with it. And he was like, okay, all right. And that Richie comes out like the next day. We didn't share this conversation with him, but he fucking knew it. I like somewhere in the ether. He goes, yeah, I just can't stand sacrilege. Yeah, the one thing I just don't like is sacrilege. It's like, wait a minute, you can shit on everybody. But don't touch religion? Wait a minute. We thought he was fucking with us. No, he actually was not. So yeah, there is one thing that could shake that man. And ever since then, we haven't touched religion.
Well, I mean, I suppose it's different if you're just taking inspiration from certain things of religion, right? But if you're actually putting a metal cross, that's a little, yeah, I can understand the frustration there.
Well, I mean, I can understand it too now, but at the time I was thinking like, really? But yeah. Now the carpenter god is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yep, because of that one shot, now we have the carpenter god because fucking I have to explain how Jesus was there and without using his actual name. So it's just the carpenter god. And then he wants to do one about Muhammad, which, good Lord, no. I don't need to be on a kill list.
Yeah, no. I think I think the satire of monotheistic religion probably begins and ends with the carpenter god for us.
Yeah. That way we don't upset nobody, because he did get pretty upset and he ended up walking away because of it. And, all jokes aside, I felt pretty bad because it's just like I didn't know, and we didn't think it was that serious at the time. So that's where the carpenter god just became a thing. Instead of saying like, oh, this is Jesus, it can be alluded to that, okay, yes, it's taken from Christianity, but I mean, it could also be completely different,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it definitely caught me off guard. And I did feel bad, and it took a lot of convincing and a lot of lip balm to get that cocksucker back.
A lot of lip balm and a nice new pair of knee pads for you.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Jesus Christ. And then I mean, fuck. I think when we got him back, Yeah, we just lost like two other people. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. Ugh.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, while we're on the subject of losing the crowd, you wanted to talk about something that's kind of been out floating out there on Twitter lately.
Mm. Yeah. So I don't know if you've heard, but supposedly, Elon Musk has considered buying Hasbro. I guess he's a fan of D&D or something like that. And I guess what was it? Somebody had mentioned I had sent you a screenshot of it. Where is it? Ah, here it is. So
Yeah.
it's from somebody, I don't know who the hell they are, but it says rest in peace Dungeons and Dragons Jason Tondro, the project lead of D&D and senior designer at Hasbro's Wizards of the Coast, explains that the intended audience is woke and that WOTC, or Wizards of the Coast, doesn't give a damn about what Elon Musk or any other grognard, a slur for old school players, thinks. Now, there was more to that message if I click more, but I didn't click more. Then it shows, I guess, a excerpt of the tweet, and Elon Musk says, "How much is Hasbro?" Now, that being said, is he actually going to buy Hasbro? It's possible. It's also very unlikely. I did see on a lot of the comments, people were freaking out where they're just like, "Oh my god, he's gonna ruin this, he's gonna ruin that," and it's just like,
I hate to break it to people. Elon Musk does not have enough money to buy Hasbro as a company, just based on what they would be asking for if they were even considering selling.
well, yeah, and there's that. Even if they're considering selling the company, also, I mean, if you have the books, this kind of goes back to, I think it was the last podcast we did.
It literally makes no difference to any of us what happens
Yeah,
with D&D on out because we're going to be playing the same game that we've been playing.
exactly. And I mean, the people that are freaking out, like, oh my God, it's gonna get worse, blah, blah, blah. If you have the books, if you've already purchased the stuff, it's not like Elon Musk, if he did purchasing Hasbro, that he's gonna come into your house and hit you with all the uhs and ums before, redoing your fucking book while you're clutching to it. I mean, it's not gonna happen. As far as the woke shit, um, the only woke, and I'm using air quotes for this one, only woke thing I can think of in recent years of D&D is the redesigns of some of the races, um, and the introduction of the what is it, the wheelchairs? I think there's the wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really the only woke thing I could think of, because it's, at the end of the day, your creation, your story. Um, the redesign, the wheelchair thing doesn't bug me. It's one of those things where it's just like, huh, that's I mean, you'd have to give them some special shit to, overcome a 1 foot high ledge or a curb.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
under with the right game master and the right players, it can be a valid choice and it can add a lot. I don't think
exactly.
that's, but like if I can,
Hmm.
like this idea, and I'd say this as someone who politically speaking is fairly conservative. I'd say socially I'm a little more on the liberal side, but the whole woke shit, it, it doesn't belong in the conversation in D&D, and here's why. If you know anything about the actual lore of D&D, going back to the beginning of it all the way back in 1974, if you're going to go by like the modern conservative definition of like what woke is, they were woke at the beginning because it talks about choosing like your player's sex and gender for the character. And I believe this is all the way back in edition 1. It says you do not have to make your character fall within any traditional ideas of masculinity or femininity. Because guess what? It's a game where you make everything up. It literally doesn't matter what the rulebook says. You can do whatever you want, and no amount of liberal players in the game or conservative players in the game, whether they're playing campaigns online or whether they're writing the rule books or whatever, is going to be able to change any of what you do. D&D is for everyone. If you see a party that, like if the stuff that we say on stream offends you, and you don't like it, I'm sorry you feel that way, but that's the beautiful thing about it. You can go play a party, or you could go play a game of D&D with your own party that's completely removed from us or anything that has to do with any of us or people like us, and you can play with people exactly how you want to play, who like have the same vision as you, and you could play a game where you guys don't have to worry about any of that stuff, and it's just a positive experience. That's what it's like for us. We all have similar senses of humor. We know that at least in this party, we wouldn't be comfortable with someone who doesn't share a similar sense of humor with us. So we don't bother people who don't have the same sense of humor and ask them to join our party or ask them to watch our stuff. We just play the game that we want to play, and all of you guys who watch the videos and leave comments and enjoy it, you know, that's what's made it enjoyable for us and enjoyable for you. Is we play the game the way that we want, and people who enjoy the way that we play the game come to stay and watch. And it's like that with every other combination of people you can think of, regardless of what their politics are, what their gender identity is, what their sexuality is. It has no bearing on it at the end of the day, because D&D is a game that is custom by default, based on your own creativity and your dungeon master's creativity and your other players' creativity. It's custom tailored to how you want to play it. You don't know the outcome, but you know what kind of game you want to play. Presumably, once you have a campaign started, everyone kind of agrees on these rules, and you play the game by that rules within those, with those ideas and everything else. And so it's not going to matter if Elon Musk buys Hasbro tomorrow. It's not going to matter if Jeff Bezos. It's not going to matter if Elvis's corpse rises from the dead and buys Hasbro tomorrow. None of that has to change for anyone. And if anyone tells you that it has to change, they're full of shit.
Well,
So
and I think getting to a point is that you mentioned, it shouldn't matter where somebody politically, sexually, religiously, or anything like that aligns with, in regards to you personally. If you enjoy something, you should enjoy it. If it's you don't have to support the creator slash artist to enjoy the creation slash art. It's just one of those things. You could separate the two. However, like I said, the only woke things I've seen are race slash character redesigns and the wheelchair thing. And even the wheelchair thing, it's just like, all right, whatever. Somebody who's been in a wheelchair, to me, if I've been in a wheelchair my entire life, which I have not, if I had the opportunity to play a character, I don't think I'd want them in a wheelchair, but I've never been in a wheelchair my entire life. So I don't know what that person who, is in the wheelchair, I don't know what they feel like. Maybe they're like, I want to be represented, which fine, that's cool. I will say with the race redesigns, I think, like I saw a picture and I was looking for it while you were talking. I couldn't find it again, but they took the typical orc, their ugly, brooding kind of bullshit,
and basically made them vaqueros.
Yeah, made them like fucking no, I'm not talking about the Mexican orcs. Those are badass looking. I'm talking
Okay,
I'm talking like they made them look like a femboy. Like
I
the
didn't hear about that. What?
So let me see if I could actually pull it up, because I'll be
They
honest.
made fucking orc twinks.
Yeah, orc twinks. But let's see. D&D 2024 orc design. Let's see.
I'm just gonna Google orc twinks and see if it pops up.
It could. Okay, so yeah. All right. Let's see.
Nope, I
Um.
found exactly what I did not want to find.
Oh yeah. What'd you find?
Yeah,
Send it in
safe
the
search was
chat.
off by default.
Oh.
Safe search was off by default. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Yeah. Now the problem is I'm wondering if this is just fan art or whatnot. Let's see. Um, but yeah, no, the thing that was being passed as the orc again. It could just be bullshit on the internet, but
Mm-hmm.
it looked like it looked like a very soft, effeminate orc male, which was just like,
Right.
okay, that's a bit weird. Like,
Right. But
why are we
this is
making
what
orcs attractive? Like, I
well,
mean, that could be somebody's interpretation where, they're playing it, but why are we making it official? Because if we make it official, that's what a lot of people will base their shit off of. But I can't confirm it again. I've seen it one time and that was the one time. But if that is the case, it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like they're supposed to be, brutal. They're supposed to be barbaric. They're supposed to be, they're fucking ugly, but someone's interpretation of it may be different. But when you make it official, it's kind of like, But I mean, the same could be said for the official, the official design too. Like, oh, why are orcs ugly? But yeah, no, I mean the quote unquote woke in D&D is, I mean, I haven't seen it. I really haven't. Granted, I still got the 2014 stuff, and that's what I'm going to continue to run. But
mhm,
that has nothing to do with it being woke or not.
right. Well, this is just part of why I'm so tired of everything being politicized. I knew it was
Yes.
only a matter of time before D&D got put in the crosshairs, but it never makes sense to me. It's like you literally have a game where from the ground up, group by group, person by person, you can make the game exactly how you want. So like this Ian Miles Chong guy or whatever his name was, if he wants to have a game where of D&D where all the races are exactly what he wants them to be, he can do that. There's nothing stopping
Oh,
him. He can
100%.
home lore for all the races, all the deities, whatever. It does not mean that you have to ruin the fun for everybody else and say you have to play by these rules because one,
Mm.
no one's ever going to do that because you can't come into their houses like brown shirts and force them to play the game exactly the way you want to play it because they're playing their game. And second of all, it's just a massive waste of time and energy and money to try and do that because, as I previously stated, homebrew is a thing and it's always going to be a thing. And more often than not, it's going to be the most popular way to play D&D because it's a custom tailored experience.
Yep. Because
So,
I tell you, we're the Fallout game we're doing, the Fallout campaign. I am reading it from a book, and I tell you what, I fucking hate it. I hate reading from the book because I feel confined in a sense of, what can be done and what can't be done, in the confines of what the book is trying to do. Now, at the end of the day, can I, ass pull and all that shit easily? But the confines of the book don't make sense all the time. So it's just like, yeah, all right. So now I gotta ass pull because I'm, challenging myself because this is the first module I've ever done. And, I want to see if it's any good. You guys are enjoying it, but me personally, I don't enjoy modules because it's just I feel confined to what the writer's vision was for it. So, but I'm not gonna run modules all the time.
mhm.
I'm not gonna go out and go, man, I hated this fucking module. And the reason I hated it not because the group wasn't having fun or because it was woke. It's because I hate being confined. Um, and yeah, I mean, to sit there and say, oh, it's woke. Okay. Like when I used to watch Critical Role, there was I think it was campaign 1, I want to say. I think it was their first campaign. Um oh, what's his name? It was Vax. I think it was
Yeah, Vax.
Vax. Yeah, he's bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody, or no, both of those two, Vex and Vax, are bisexual. And you know, would I care that if I had a bisexual character? Then fuck no. But there is somebody out there that gives a fuck. Like, oh no, you can't be bisexual. You have to be. Like, well, then you're stifling your player's creativity. Like, if you, the
Mm-hmm.
DM, are not comfortable, playing a male character who's being flirted with by a male character, well, then that's something that you can talk with the player about. Like, hey, I get that you're bisexual. Me personally, I'm not comfortable, flirting with another man in character. It makes me feel weird. But God help you if you get gay with your homies. Because if you start flirting with your friends, but then you got a problem when it comes to that shit at the table, sorry, man, there's something off, something wrong.
There's a double standard there.
Exactly.
But
Because
to be fair, if you type in hashtag two homies kissing each other goodnight on a Facebook comment, it doesn't show up in rainbow.
no,
So
so it's not
therefore it's
gay.
not gay.
No, no, and homie head is a
So,
thing. It's just homies helping
homie,
homies. Sometimes the homie
yeah,
a little stressed. You got to do what you got to do. That's why I don't have too
gotta
many
give
homies.
gotta give him a bro job.
Exactly. Give him that good old suck job. But no, I mean, because then it makes me wonder if the person that wrote this message is, obviously the head or whatever said, oh, we're catering to woke people. And it's just like, okay, but are they really catering to woke people, or are they just trying to piss off a certain group of people that claim that they hate woke?
Both sides of it.
I think that's what it is, because I don't see much woke shit, because I mean, fuck. The books are just guidelines.
Mm.
And you can run the modules, or you can run your own custom shit. Now, this dude seems like he wants people to stop having custom shit that's quote unquote woke. It's just like, Jesus Christ, I want to go back to the time where everything was not politicized, where you could
Yeah.
wipe your ass with some cheap toilet paper and not get called a fucking ism or ist under the sun. Or my favorite, you could have a difference of opinion and not get called the opposition by anybody. Because Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. Oh, hey, how do you feel about this? I don't have an opinion on it because it doesn't directly affect me. Therefore, I'm not going to have an opinion. Oh, well, you're this, or oh, well, you're that. It's like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah. And the worst part of it is you got to hear two chuckle fucks like us talk about politicizing and shit we don't know anything about, when you could be hearing about Raid Shadow. No, I'm kidding.
Right? Right? If that would be a hell of a fucking segue. But no, I mean, like, when we get at the table, you guys don't get to see this part because I cut it out. But, we will sometimes touch upon, like, something that happens in politics or something that's happening in the world, and we'll touch upon it. But at the end of the day, it's polite, it's respectful, and we all don't agree with each other, politically, or even maybe is it so societally?
Uh, I guess socially.
Socially? Okay, yeah. We may not agree with each other, even socially on every
Wait, on
single
terms
thing.
of like social issues and stuff like that.
Huh?
Like, yeah, we might not agree on like certain social issues or whatever, but
But my
we're all
point
friends at
is,
the end of the day.
it doesn't stop us from having fun because, I
Exactly.
mean, Jesus Christ, I have got far more shit on my plate than worrying about if Wizards of the Coast is going woke or not. Yeah, even that term is losing any kind of credence it once had, if at all.
Right.
Because, jeez, I mean, everything is, oh, this is so woke. This is nothing but woke trash. What do you mean it's woke trash? Like, I remember, so funny enough, the new movie that's coming out, Ariana Grande and I forget her fucking name. Wicked.
Oh, how
Wicked.
about Wicked?
Yes. Oh my god. So I saw a comment and it was, of course, blue check
You
mark.
know exactly what you're gonna say. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, look at this woke trash. The Wicked Witch of the West was not black. And it's just like, have you ever seen the play? Now I will say this. I saw the play. I saw the Wicked musical play. And the woman
Mm-hmm.
that was playing the Wicked Witch of the West or East, I can't remember which one, but she was the green one. It was played by a black woman. And she did phenomenal. Because I was like, oh, it's kind of strange, but all right. The minute that woman started belting out, singing, I was done. I was like, damn, this woman's good. So then, it was an easy transition for me. However, other plays, it was, there was this woman, I think she was white. It was a mixture of different women playing the Wicked Witch. But yeah, oh, it's woke trash. Not really. I mean, it's
Like,
based off of a musical. Now, I will say that the lady that is playing the Wicked Witch really needs to get her head out of her fucking ass because I don't even want to watch the damn movie because the shit she was spouting off. Somebody did did like a reimagining of the poster where the
mm-hmm.
movie poster to make it more fit the musicals poster.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't done with any kind of malice. I mean, it was just done. And this woman took it like it was, a fucking burning cross on her lawn. It's just like, that turned me off. I won't go see the movie now because of that, because it's just like you really took it up the ass when it wasn't negative at all.
Yeah.
And then
It's like,
immediately
are you
she
sure
made
they
it
didn't
about
want to
color.
cast her just because she's a phenomenal singer?
Well,
Ariana Grande has the craziest range I've ever heard on a female singer.
I wasn't talking Ariana Grande. I was talking the Wicked Witch.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, she's the one that got took it up the ass like it was some big, like it was a hate crime that was committed. I feel like you're just not seeing us, and it's just like, whoa. Do you not know that this was a play and that the bill has the same exact image on it?
Do you
Like,
not know that you're playing a fictional green woman, ma'am?
like, calm down. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. I was done at that point. But then she went on all kinds of other shit. It's just like, you know what? I'm not interested now because now you're insufferable. She made it about race when it had nothing to do about race. Like they literally did an homage to the fucking play. And oh well, I just feel like you're just trying to. I'm not quoting her tweet proper because I don't have it up in front of me, but it was just disgusting. I was like, you know what, I'm good. I'm good. That shit, I hate
Mm-hmm.
that shit. That shit needs to be done because not everything is racist. You know, not everything is woke. Not everything needs to be politicized or, you know, radicalized or whatever.
And there'd be a lot less fucking racism if people stopped focusing on racism.
Yeah, I tell you. But it was my topic. It went kind of, I'm going to be honest, it went kind of downhill for a little bit there, but yeah, no, I just if you're scared that or worried that Elon Musk is going to buy Wizards of the Coast, don't. If you're worried that Wizards of the Coast is going to go woke, why the fuck are you worried? Don't buy their stuff
Yeah.
if you're afraid that they're going woke. The shit you already own is the shit you already own. It's not like they could take it from your house and then give you
If
a new
if
one.
if the politics of the company that owns Wizards is or owns D&D, if you can't stomach their politics or whatever, that's fine. But don't bitch about not being able to play something. You know, if you like tabletop RPGs and you don't want to play D&D because of this, that, or the other, pick up some dice, pick up a sheet of paper, make your own system. It's not that hard. I have made dozens of systems that are super simple to use.
Yeah,
It's literally taken me a matter of hours.
yeah, and I mean, also you
I'm
need to
stupid as shit, so
stand there and look in the mirror and have a long think as to why you're letting somebody else's, you know, beliefs affect you.
yeah.
I mean,
I think what we're trying to say at the end of the day is orange juice should not have pulp in it.
orange juice shouldn't have pulp in it. Yeah, that's what Hitler said, you
Orange juice.
motherfucker.
No, 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 no. Wait.
I said orange juice like O.J. Simpson.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
orange
also
juice
killed a
does
Jew.
not have
Huh?
pulp in
We
it.
don't talk about that.
And,
Ron Goldstein? I mean, come on.
yeah, look, 15%, 15 minutes, maybe 15% or more. And don't worry about if Musk buys D&D or not, because no one has the power to make you not play the game you want to play. That's
Exactly.
the
That's the
that's
takeaway
that's just
from it.
what I'm trying to say.
That's the takeaway from
And
it.
OJ have pulp. I'm serious about that. If you drink OJ with pulp in it, you're a bad person.
I guess I'm a bad person because I get double pulp.
Oh God, why did I ever agree to play Dungeons and Dragons with you? You've ruined the game for me. I can no longer play Dungeons and Dragons because you're a horrible person.
You drink orange juice with pulp? Oh my god, I'm fucking done with this group.
This is Trump's America, I guess.
Oh god. Oh Jesus. But yeah, no. This will be the only time on this podcast that we get, I guess you could be we get political, because I mean there's so much more to the world than just politics. And you know, if you let politics control your life, it's, you know, it's gonna suck because you're never gonna truly be happy.
Yeah. You do what you want to do, and be kind to others, and be kind to yourself by not getting involved in shit that you don't want any part in.
Like meth.
Or pulp.
Really gonna drive that pulp topic home, huh? Something you
Yep.
want to say?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
If you stand for nothing, you will fall for anything. I refuse to be bullied.
I will
And I
not
will
be
not say anything
bullied
further without my
because
lawyer present.
I will not be bullied because if I get bullied, I'll come.
No, that's Hummy.
Jesus. Oh, fuck.
Don't bully me or I'll hum.
It's not my fault that I'm submissive and breedable. Fucking Christ. Yeah. On the topic of D&D.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to go somewhere else with that.
topic of being submissive and breedable, what you got going on later? And I'm just kidding. But no, the topic of D&D. I just lost my fucking train of thought. Holy shit.
Today, Junior.
I lost it. I lost the train of thought. Holy shit.
Womp womp.
Fuck. Yeah, I guess we're gonna circle back to that one. Never.
It's lost forever.
Oh my god, it really is. Holy shit. Oh, okay. It's not about D&D, but I did remember I wanted to mention something. Would you guys like to have commercials of bullshit laden in to D&D? I think that may have been what I talk about. I don't fuck.
Oh, we were talking about that.
Yeah, doing
in
like Fallout commercials for the Fallout thing, and then
like saddles up Salisbury steak.
yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
So something to be a little. I don't know. I think this podcast is slowly falling apart. I'm fucking done.
No, but that's a good idea. Like when we do our break, instead of just like a hard cut, we can do like maybe like 30 seconds of like an ad or something where it's just like, like sugar bomb, start your day off with a bang or something like that,
Also make great jet, which is funny. Oh, it makes Ultra Jet. Sorry, Ultra Jet. But
Psycho, if you inject it in your nutsack, it'll fall off.
God damn, that's lore now. That's in the lore. But yeah. Shit.
Yeah, you and me can record some audio sometime, and I'll find some like some promo images of like Nuka-Cola or something that maybe we can roll.
That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm looking forward to us getting to the main D&D campaign. I've been missing that. I've been working on that motherfucker like nonstop, just expanding the fucking world. I got this new.
I know. A few weeks ago, like in the middle of the night, I saw you plugging away, putting in all the lore for like the deities and stuff.
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, because nobody does gods anymore. They're just kind of like, you know. Like I tell you, what I hate is when it's just like, what are they called? Warlocks, clerics, and paladins. When they're just like, oh yes, I got my powers from this, this deity. Okay, which one? I have a list that you could choose from. Oh, it's not on the list. Motherfucker.
You're in my world. You'll pick one of my deities.
Like I've got a shit ton. All right.
There's like probably like 5 dozen. Like I do hope that people who watched the old episodes before Max and I came around of like the old D&D sessions that you guys did, I hope everyone realizes how much work Boz puts into the lore.
Oh, even if they don't, I don't care. It's fun. Because I tell you, I don't. It's fun doing it. I'm enjoying it. I'm glad that it's not one of those things, because I've had it to where it's just like, I'll be heavily invested in it and then it'll just die. And I'm glad that the D&D has stayed constant, because holy shit, man. I tell you, I hate having it to where it's just like, I'm heavily.
You basically just said, I'm so glad I haven't given up yet.
Well, no, it's not giving up. It's just losing interest. It's just like, it's hard to explain. But like, I'll be like,
do you have like ADHD by chance?
Yeah, I had that shit as a kid. But yeah, I'll be like super focused on something and I'll enjoy it, but then it's just like I'll lose interest in it. And it's just like, okay, great. Well, I'm glad this isn't one of those things.
Yeah, D&D is something that it's been constantly an interest of mine since I kind of discovered it and realized that it wasn't as hard as I originally thought to like just pick up and play.
Well,
Because it can seem kind of daunting if you don't know anything about D&D and you're like, what's with all these books and these dice with these weird numbers on them and like these sheets of paper. It's like, no, it really is rudimentary to pick up and play. And you can even play a dumbed down version of it if you want.
dude,
My first
fucking
campaign was
3.5
I
is intimidating.
it was, yeah, but even then, like, homebrew has always been a thing. Like
Yep.
my first campaign, I called it Gungeon because it wasn't D&D. It was like D&D light where I used very, very simple mechanics that could literally all fit on a postcard.
Shit. Yeah, and my first experience with D&D was it was over the phone, and it was through text, sorry. And it was I think it was a module, and I think we only did like 10 minutes of it because we all ended up having to, dip. But yeah, it was
Mm-hmm.
fun. It was fun. And yeah, then it was just basically like, hey, I like the way you write stories. You should be a dungeon master for D&D. I was like, I've never played it, so I don't know. Oh, well, you should check it out. So I watched some of the Critical Role stuff, and I was just like, oh, okay. All right, because that's what was sent to me. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, I was like, but this can't be the only thing, because if it was this fun, why is it not bigger? And
Mm-hmm.
so I was reading some shit online. I was like, oh, okay. All right. So these guys on Critical Role, they're, professional actors slash voice actors. So they're going to kind of be more entertaining than what the normal game should be, or what the normal game will be. Um, so then I, was just like, all right, well, let me see how much the books are. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just save up some money and I'll just start buying the basic books, the player's handbook, the dungeon master guide, and then the monster manual. So I did that.
Mm-hmm. Or the waifu catalog, as I like to call it. Just kidding.
Yeah, yeah. One with all the tentacles and the teeth that really just gets me there. Oh,
Yep.
meow. But
Hey, there's something for everyone in that book. I guarantee it.
but yeah, no, I mean, my first experience was a fucking 10-15 minute session, if you even want to call it that. And then it was, hey, be a DM. So I'm a DM.
Damn, you gave in to peer pressure real quick.
Well, I liked the idea that I could create a world and basically see how people other than myself get to enjoy the world. Because I mean, I've written all kinds of shit, that'll never see a light of day because I'm very much I get very embarrassed very easily.
Mm-hmm.
And so putting the stories out there was just like, I mean, I sat on it for about, I want to say 6-7 months before I decided to actually get the first book, because
Wow.
it was just like I'm a very nervous person. Then when we started doing the sessions, first sessions were strictly through text because I did not want to do voice. I did not want to do voice chat. I was I'm very embarrassed because it's just like I'm really putting myself out there and I don't like doing that. So, of course, peer pressure came like, oh, well, I'm going to be honest, the text isn't terrible, but I'm not as immersed in the story as I want to be. Oh fuck. All right, well, I can understand wanting to be immersed, so okay guys, let's do a couple sessions. Very nerve-wracking. And of course, I enjoy doing voices, so I was like, oh, let me throw a couple in there. Well, you don't have to do the voice. That tells me my voices suck. So I didn't do voices for a while. But then I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I can't get good if I don't try. So started trying a little bit more, and everybody seemed to enjoy it. So, and now here we are, 4 years fucking later.
Yeah, I mean, it's, it's worked out. It's you attracted Max and I and other players, and
Very true. Very true. You guys seem to enjoy what I'm putting down. Um, I mean, I know Aurelius and Richie didn't want to play D&D at first, but then they just ended up enjoying it, which that was fun. They're like, because I was just like, hey, why don't you guys play? They're like, now they fucking look forward to it, which is nice.
yeah, and they're both in in their individual ways. They're both. I look forward to having scenes with them in like the Fallout campaign now because their characters are so much fun to play off of, and they're just really energetic guys.
Yes. Yeah, and they're honestly like they're damn good role players. You know,
Hmm.
they commit to the character. They commit to the role, and it's just like, it's enjoyable. They're not like half in, half out.
Hmm. I mean, I think that's pretty clear to see, given that Kieran fucking blew up the dugout end because he felt like he was being prejudiced against.
He got his feelings hurt.
Yeah, it's not a half measure type of action. Well, maybe
No.
for Kieran, given how crazy he is, but
Well, but it's one of those things where it's just like it's definitely we got a good ensemble of players. Because yeah, granted, more than what I originally wanted, but I'm not upset about it. And the only reason I say more than what I originally wanted was because player economy. However, it has never been an issue.
yeah, I mean, we'll see with this next session we record whether or not we get a TPK. But
Why? What do you think? Oh, okay, yeah, maybe a TPK,
I
depending.
mean, sound like there was a lot of ghouls in the sewer, and it's pretty irradiated. So we'll see.
Very true, very true. But you guys somehow, some way, do pull a magic card out of your ass, which does surprise me.
Dude, I we we seem to pull like natural 20s when we absolutely don't need them, and then when it's like combat, we all roll shitty.
Right. No, there was some pretty damn good rolls in this last session. I tell you.
Yeah. I mean, this last session was kind of an outlier. I feel like I didn't get a bad roll the whole game. I started
Yeah.
getting worried, like I think that I'm like loading my dice or fudging my rolls or something.
No, no, no. It's one of those things where it's you guys end up getting good rolls, but it does end up coming back, and you'll get not such a good roll, or oh shit, I failed this one. So yeah, I
Yeah, I
mean it
mean,
works.
look at the abruptness of Runt's death. How he literally only died because you rolled max damage. If you rolled 1 point less, I would have been fine.
Yeah.
That's just how the dice fall. And if you need further like proof as to like it like random incredibly good luck or incredibly bad luck does happen, look at Will Wheaton. You
Oh
might not know this
God.
because, oh, do you know the story?
Yeah, the Will Wheaton curse. Yeah.
Yeah. Like natural ones, natural twos. Anytime he plays on screen, I think he said like anytime I play off screen, it's fine. But every time I play D&D on screen, I get consistently nothing but ones and twos 99% of the time.
Yep.
And it's oof.
That's rough. That's a rough one because it's just like, geez. Because yeah, I did see what was it? I did see him on Critical Role a couple times, and they had
Hmm.
joked about the Will Wheaton curse, and I was like, okay, that's a bit weird.
And then it
Um,
happened, and Matt Mercer was like, "I literally didn't. I thought you were lying."
well, I tell you what, if I had a player, and this is just me personally, if I had a player that was rolling that many natural ones, I mean, I'm gonna be like, all right, well, we're gonna make it to where you don't have to do so many rolls because that would take somebody out of it. You know,
Yeah.
like I mean, like especially in combat, if you're constantly missing and missing and missing, and you're like, fuck, you're not having as much fun. So I mean, I may throw something in there where that person we haven't had that yet, thank God. But we got pretty fucking close with Richie because there was one session. I even said it on in recording. I was like, "Yeah, you don't have to roll anymore. We'll just say you hit." You know that way. You know, because I mean,
Yeah, you paid it
fuck.
forward.
Yeah, I was like, "Fuck, dude," because he was not having fun at. He was using a dice bot. That's what it was, and that dice bot consistently was fucking him. I mean, consistently. He didn't get nothing over. I think it was a 10,
Oh
like
no.
nothing over. And I was like, "Fuck, man! Like a 10 is a basic ass fucking difficulty class. Like, oh hey, I wanna do a I wanna grab this ledge that's just out of reach, but if I jump, I can grab it with the fingertips and pull myself up. Okay, that's a 10 difficulty class. Like and he wasn't even making that. I was like, fuck. So, all right, man, you ain't got to roll dice no more. I didn't even make him roll damage. He would just do full damage on it because it was just like he was getting fucked. I was like, all right.
Yeah, it's sort of saying it's like you've paid it forward enough.
Because, yeah, I mean, that Will Wheaton curse, when I saw it the first time, I was like, oh, God, no. And I made up my mind right there. I was like, yeah. I mean, he tries to have fun with it, but you could tell it's fucking infuriating.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the most fun things about tabletop RPGs is rolling dice and like the thrill of getting a good roll. Like when I when I roll like close to max damage on my attacks, it's one of the best feelings in the world. Mainly because I love DPS builds,
Mm.
but you know, it takes a lot of the fun out of it when you just can't when you consistently get bad rolls. It takes a lot of the fun out of it. But there's ways around it, you know, like you can you can do a thing like if you have a notoriously bad rolls, you and your DM come to agreement where like okay, like once per combat encounter, you can roll like a loaded die or whatever. That's a guaranteed 20. You just said you get one hit, or you can have other players roll for you or something. There is ways around it for sure, but sometimes it does suck where you just have like a curse like that, and you just can't roll your die to save your life. I've seen it happen in the game store I worked at a long time ago. I saw it happen a few times, and I always felt bad for those kids because there was one kid who was like 12. It was his first experience with D&D, and the first like 10 rolls were all under like 8,
Oof.
and he ended up like, you know, kind of starting to cry and leave the table, and I felt really bad because it ruined his first experience of D&D, and I think it probably made him not want to play for a long time.
Well, and that's where the
Eventually, I
DM should definitely do something because
yeah, you know, I mean, they were volunteer DMs at the store, and I think a lot of them were still kind of learning the ropes. So maybe it wasn't the best
okay.
idea to have them there, but the DMs were trying. But you know, it's a bit of an awkward, you know, spot because you know you can't completely pause the game because there's 5 other strangers that are paying for a table for an hour and they want to play. And
Okay, yeah, yeah, all right. In that instance, okay. If you're
yeah,
paying for a table, then yeah, granted, I
yeah,
mean, you could still do something, you know, to where that kid's not having such a miserable time, but you know, you got to make it. You can't be like, you know, for instance, where I did it, where it was just like, yeah, don't roll. You automatically hit, because then everyone else is gonna be like, oh, we paid the same money. Why aren't we
yeah,
getting, you know? But something,
yeah.
because yeah, it sucks. It sucks. As a DM, you kind of want to, you know, make sure everybody's having fun at the table.
Yeah, I did. I felt really bad for the kid, but he came back like a month later, and he tried again, and he seemed to have a good enough time. But I will say maybe it was a trade off because he mainly came there for Magic the Gathering card tournaments and like
Mm,
the night where we'd give out packs at like discount and stuff like that. And this kid had amazing pulls when it came to opening Magic cards.
Jesus.
Like he had like four like stacked, and when I say stacked, I mean like tournament winning stacked decks within like 3 months of him of what I knew was his first visit to the shop. And he would be at the little mini tournaments we had every week, and he would always come in first place or second place at least one table. So he'd get a bunch of Ravnica packs, and the Ravnica packs really took off. Like we would go through multiple boxes every single day. They were popping off. They had really good pull percentages from what I could tell of like the rares and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know too much about that because Magic is not my bag. I follow the Pokemon card circuit a little more closely, though I haven't played in a long time. But I mainly just watch videos of people pulling because it is addicting to watch.
Yeah, I've seen that shit on Pornhub too. People just pulling. It's wild.
I don't blame you. Like I pull a foil Charizard, I'll probably cream my pants.
Oh wait,
That's
there's
like,
Pokemon cards involved.
yeah.
Oh, the ones I've seen aren't. There's none. Uh,
Oh, you're talking about Pikachu.
right? The fucking the shake weight. But no, fucking. I used to collect Pokemon cards. Never got into Magic, and I used to play Yu Gi Oh, and I
Mm.
think I still got some cards from Yu-Gi-Oh. Of course, I am.
Maybe you should see if those cards are in good condition or if they're worth anything. Because collecting on the Yu-Gi-Oh circuit is crazy nowadays.
Oh, I'm not even worried about it. It's just nice to look back and go, yeah, I remember these cards. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I never got into tournaments. Did think about getting into one tournament when I was younger. It was at the Toys R Us, and when they were still a thing. And yeah, then
Oh, I remember those.
yeah, and I didn't go because I heard that you had to pay. So I was like, nope, not paying, not doing it.
Yeah,
And
we would always go to watch, but we never had the money. We had never had the money to spare to get in to play, and I wouldn't have known how to even play anyway because we were like 7 or 8 when we had a pack. We didn't even collect. We just had like one of those crappy starter packs. So if we went
uh,
in, we would have got booked. But it was always fun to watch.
well, and the worst part was that my buddies that we would actually play Yu-Gi-Oh with, they fucking get the cartoon and the actual card game confused. So they'd be saying shit that they got off the cartoon in the fucking actual game. It's just like you little shit. That's not how it works. It says it right there on the card how it fucking works. Like, good
you know,
God.
for a while, I don't know, maybe I still might get something inspired by it, but for a while I was considering getting the pot of greed tattooed on my forearm
Shit.
because I mean I just think it's a really cool card design.
I saw this video of this woman who like did this weird smile, and she was just like, yeah, I smiled, and you see this Yu-Gi-Oh card called the Pot of Greed pop up. She goes, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty accurate. I was like, fuck. That shit killed me. Because yeah, it was accurate.
I love when people can laugh at themselves. I feel like it's the healthiest form of like self-deprecating humor when they're able to actually like, because I do this a lot where it's like I'm just like, oh, I'm an ugly bastard or whatever, but it's not really funny. It's just I have low self-esteem and I'm
Yeah,
and I'm
right.
shy and I don't people in the eyes. But no, but like when you can make jokes about yourself, I think it's very clear that it's not because you're taking hate out on yourself or whatever. It's very clear that, it's just a joke and you find it funny for the right reasons. I feel like it's a very healing way of like of addressing like self-deprecating humor.
Oh, 100%. I mean, my favorite thing to do, as a joke, of course, is to look around the apartment for for a banister that will actually support my weight. I've not found one yet. They
I
call
like
them
to
load
imagine
bearing.
in your
They
place,
call them load
like
bearing, but yet they can't. I mean, come on.
I like to imagine in your place there's just a bunch of like banisters attached to every wall, regardless of what floor it's on, and there's huge chunks taken out of them where you've leaned over.
Uh, you know, you know, just just to see. But no, I mean, the self-deprecating humor. I mean, shit, I'll do that from time to time, or I'll just do like you said. You're like, oh, I'm just a fat fuck. It happens. There are times where you just look at yourself and just go, "What the fuck am I doing? Jesus, what went wrong in life? Good God."
It's like in Red Dead 2 when Arthur looks himself in the mirror and he's just like, "You ugly bastard, you'll be lonely forever."
Pretty much. I mean, granted, I'm taken, so I'm not gonna be lonely forever. Till she wakes up
Yeah.
one day and goes, "God damn, what happened to you? Good Lord, you look, you
Once
look like
once the
shit rolled over twice."
once she breaks the curse you put on her.
Yeah, the Sheeny curse.
Yeah.
That's a Jew joke. I can say it because I'm half Jewish. And just in case somebody goes, "Oh my God, that's offensive," it's not really.
And then you just gotta start dancing and saying an Israeli prayer.
Whoa, 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 buddy, that's too far. Let it get all hella quiet. They're just like, whoa, whoa. It's a little too
You're
fucked
just
up,
like, get the fuck out, leave the group and never come back. And then 5 minutes later, you message me. It's all good, man.
right? I overreacted. That was wild. I felt the Jew in me just get a little too aggressive. Oh, but no, I mean, fucking yeah. One day she'll wake up from the curse and go, "Oh God, what the fuck are you?" She'll do like an Arnold Schwarzenegger when he sees the Predator for the first time. "You ugly motherfucker." It's like, "You ugly motherfucker." You can't do it when
You
he's
ugly motherfucker.
right.
I
"What the fuck are you?"
love how that's everyone's fucking impersonation of Arnold Schwarzenegger's go.
Well, that's because if you've ever seen Conan the Barbarian, he's done it a few times in there. He's like, "Ugh, ugh." Or what was it? It was bad. It was like he played it up, but in Total Recall was just fucking terrible. He was terrible with it. He was like, "You're killing me." And then when he got sucked out of the area and onto Mars, he's like, it's like, good God, man, we get it, we get it.
It was really good. It's, it's like I'm really there.
It's like, oh my God, oh my God, hey, fuck you, asshole.
Could you imagine instead of Samuel Jackson, it was Arnold Schwarzenegger who got the surprise motherfucker line?
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, you never seen that old clip? Or I think it's Samuel Jackson. Is
No,
it? Isn't it?
I think it's from Dexter. It's a dude at a dock where he's like, "Surprise, motherfucker." That one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's from Dexter. It was the cop
Okay.
that was investigating. I haven't seen it, but I've seen the clip.
Why did I think that was Samuel Jackson? Good
Because
lord.
Samuel L.
I'm gonna get
Jackson's known for saying "motherfucker."
I guess, but like now I'm thinking about it, the guy doesn't look anything like Samuel Jackson. I'm gonna get crucified for that.
Yep, yep. Crucify this man in the comments, please.
Crucify me like I'm a Jesus.
Crucify him on a metal cross. But no, could you imagine Schwarzenegger doing Samuel L. Jackson's lines from Pulp Fiction? Ezekiel 25:17. Blessed is me. And I will rain down upon you with furious
And you will
anger.
know my name is the Lord. I can't do his
And you will
voice. I can't.
know my name is the Lord when I cast my vengeance upon ye. No! Say what again? Say what again? I dare you.
Again,
I double dare
motherfucker.
you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. Do they speak English and what? English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
Yeah, that'd be ironic, huh?
That would be. That would be very ironic. What ain't no
Oh,
goddamn
man.
country I've ever heard of. Oh,
There, there's some alternate universe where like every like major movie role that is like beloved in today's culture is played by like the least like the least meshable actor for that role, like the least what's the fucking I my brain is not working right now. The least competent actor for that role.
dude,
Like
I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I had to fix my
like
mic.
just imagine if Django Unchained, if Django was played by fucking Will Smith, that would have
Oh,
been such a
God.
shitty movie.
Yeah, I don't think it
I
would have
can't
been
take
good.
Will Smith serious anymore.
Will Smith, as a serious actor, he's not bad, but I don't see him being good in Django. I think
Yeah,
having I'm spacing on his fucking name right now, Jamie Foxx. Having Jamie Foxx as Django, perfect. Is perfect.
yeah, that's iconic for sure.
Um Having Leonardo DiCaprio as Calvin Candy, perfect. Um Having Samuel L. Jackson as I forget his fucking name now. Is what?
Steven.
Steven, yeah. Him being Steven that's iconic because holy
Yeah.
shit. At what point did you realize it was Steven in control of the whole fucking place?
Yeah, that part where he just drops his cane and stands up straight. It's like, oh man, this guy's a G. He had Calvin Candy fooled for God knows how long.
Well, when they're having that conversation in the study and Calvin's just kind of sitting there listening and basically being educated by this guy. It's like, holy fuck. That was perfect.
Yeah,
But yeah, Will Smith, because didn't he pass up on the role?
I believe so. I think he got offered the role and he passed it up, and then Jamie Foxx, uh, or it was something like Jamie Foxx got back to him first. They've reached out to both of them at the same time.
Well, see,
It's something like that.
I've seen a was it Wild Wild West with Will
Uh-huh.
Smith? Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. It's a comedy, but
Yeah, he's
I
a
would
great
only see
comedy
him.
actor, and
I would
you know,
only see him as James West in Django Unchained.
yeah, it's they're too similar in like tone in certain ways. Now, tone is not the right word, but just the fact that they're like the same ish setting, I just don't think it would have worked well.
They both had sand and were in the Wild West. But no,
Uh,
I don't think he would have done good. I think if they had a black man playing Iron Man, I think Robert Downey Jr. would have killed it. Um, let's see. In an alternate world, they would have cast a black man to play Iron Man, and again, like I said, Robert Downey Jr. would have killed it. Would have been phenomenal. About fucking time you got that one, Jesus.
yeah, I never saw Tropic Thunder all the way through, so
Oh my
it took me a
god.
second. But
Well, with that, we're gonna take a break because I got to take a piss and have a smoke.
Well, I mean, honestly, my voice is getting pretty tired out. We might have to call it here.
All right, we can call it.